G'day. This is our fourth session under saddle with Beau. He's going pretty well. If we've been following along, we got our first mount last time, so that was a nice bit of progress. So we're at the point now where he's had the saddle on enough times that he knows it well enough. I don't need to warm him up and make sure he's okay before I put it on. So we're just going to go straight ahead and sort of fake tie him to the round yard rail here, and we'll saddle him up before we start. And then from now on, every session will start with saddling before we do any work, and then we'll go into our groundwork, checking on everything from the start, as we've done in every session before. So I'll just go straight into putting the seas a little bit of a reaction there. I'll go pretty much straight into putting the saddle pad on there. Just introduce it a little, give it a good pat, make sure he's okay with all of that, no big reactions. And the same with the saddle, just introduce it, let him have a look and sniff, and I think we'll just go straight ahead and put that on. So this is actually the second time that we've saddled up without doing any work. It wasn't for a working session. It was we had an Emmett therapist out the other day just to work on some sore spots for him, and happened to be a saddle fitter as well. So we got the saddle fitter out. We've got the saddle out to check the fit and make sure we were all good. But yeah, he took that very well. So that's where I thought, well, you know what, we've probably done enough of this now, and we can start really progressing a bit more. But as with all of our previous sessions, you know, you go through a bit of a process. It's not just throw it on, girth it up, let's go. You know, I'll let him feel it, check for a reaction, wait for a little bit of a change. See, I don't have his attention there at all. I'm just going to wait for an ear to come to me, maybe. Just giving that a little bit of a tickle. Just want to get some attention from him. There, see, look to me there. I'll release that. That's good. Give him a good rub for that. But I'm not going to stay there long. We're going to progress. I'll take the first wrap on the cinch before we start our groundwork. Pull that up nice and firm. Again, just let him feel it. Just waiting for that bit of a change again. There, I've got his ear come back to me. So I'll loosen that off a little bit. There's a boy. Let's pull that up nice and firm again. I'm making sure here that the saddle pad's not pinching his wither as well. Before I start letting the saddle get firm, I'll pull that up. And I'll pull that up nice and firm there. It's tight enough there where we can do our groundwork. We're not hard tying at this point. We haven't really worked on that yet. We're doing a fake tie, so I'll wrap it around depending on the thickness of the rail. Often you can get a decent bit of resistance with 3 wraps on a nice thick rail. We'll go 4 or 5. You just want to have a bit of resistance there, so if he does pull or or anything like that. He feels a bit of resistance, and he learns to give to it sort of progressively, slowly, before we move on to hard tying. This stuff that we do with lateral flexion, everything that we do in teaching them to be soft on this lead, that is what teaches them to tie before you ever tie them up. So you can see how soft it is there. We take up our soft feel, and that takes no pressure at all. That's probably the equivalent pressure of I don't know, picking up a flower. He's pulling on that a little bit there. He's leaning on it. I'm just going to wait for him to give to that while he's not moving his feet. Yeah. And we'll get our hindquarter yield here. He's stepping his front feet there. I don't like that. It's not what I want. I want him to pivot there. So I'm going to bump on his nose a little bit. Let him know. And there. So when I'm bumping on his nose there, it's just a little flick of the wrist. It's not a pull, it's not a force. Just a little flick of the wrist, just to get him to think, hang on a minute, there's something else going on here. I'm not doing the right thing. And make him look for another answer. So that's good. Really take our soft feel. Yeah, that's nice. He's a bit resistant to that there. It's a little bit of a brace. I'm just going to hold that same pressure there. Yeah, good man. You know, I wanted a little bit more than that, but because he was a bit resistant to it, I thought as soon as he comes off it, we'll give back. So I'll take that again there. I'm getting his ear there. I really want a little bit more than that. He's given me more than that already. He's moving feet there, so I'm going to keep that cue on. I'm just going to go with him. There. Good man. I'm going to try that again. There's a man. Well done. There we go. Good man. Well done. I'm starting to work on, when I'm doing this lateral flexion, now he's wearing the saddle, I'm taking the rope back to roughly where my hip's going to be, to the top of the thigh pad there. I'll take up my soft feel, and there. So that's where I'm going to be pulling. That's sort of the angle and the position I'm going to be pulling it to in the first couple of rides. So that's important for him to sort of feel that now. I think we're going to be working on this a lot tonight. He's a bit resistant to it. There's a boy. Well done. Much better. Good boy. Well done. There we go. So hopefully that lets go. That lick and chew, that bit of a shake and relax and sigh there, that lets go of some of that tension that he's holding that's causing that brace. There's a boy. And we'll go for our hindquarter yield here. That's a much better yield. Well done. Good man.